And I
should get that 5G.
I ain't even record my phone. I'll just wait till it comes to me. Yo. Sip our vibes and Cognac conversations.
Hey, yo, I just had to give him the most aggressive thumb ever, y'all. Swear.
Episode 2. And behind the mic is none other than the queen of all things. Or behind the boards, I should say. On the ones and twos.
Hey. Killing the shit.
Right on. Now, in here today, man, I got my buddy in here, man, Mr. Joseph Robinson, man.
How y'all doing?
You like that? Let me tell the people to settle down. They're out of control.
Yeah. NFL quarterback style.
Right.
This episode 2, man, we just in here chopping it up, man. No specific topic. We're going to touch on a couple of things and leave out with, a little bit of info to put out there for the people that may tune in and listen, For starters, mental health check. How's everybody feeling? We want to start with Lovey. How you feeling? How was your week? Give us some.
The week was long, and I didn't think I was gonna make it. And I had to come in here today just to preach to you niggas. No, I'm just
Hey man, let the church say.
No, my week was long as fuck. I've been outside all week, outside. It's so much going on, and South by Southwest is always super busy around this time. So I'm really just fucking can't wait for tomorrow, where I can do nothing and maybe watch battle rap and make some cheesecake.
I dig that. What was the toughest part of your week? Something that had you wanted to detach, something that plagued your mind early in the week. Let's talk about it.
That's not what we're gonna do today.
Oh, okay. What was the bright side of the week?
The bright side of the week is
today's Friday.
Yes. We got our 501c designation for our nonprofit department of the radio station. So that was exciting. It's called the Igloo Point. You know what I'm saying? And so it was finalized and I got the paperwork and shit. So that was the highlight of my week,
Dig that. Salute to you, ma'am.
Thank you. And then I found out my best friend of 20 years and on paper husband has a baby on the way.
Is this on the good part or the bad part of the week?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I fucked up the money.
Oh, man. Well,
you already know.
Hey, man, I like the babies, though.
Nah.
Joe.
You don't want to talk about that. You asked me.
Hey, man,
look.
Joe, how was your week, bro?
Man.
Give us a...
Where do we start?
A highlight and a...
My week is good, man. I look at it like this: as long as I'm living, bro, I'm good. I can't let outside things control my energy and my space. But sometimes you reel off the course, right? So we just got to find back our inner peace. And I hate to use that word, inner peace, but I mean that's really what it's called.
What do you do to get your inner peace together?
Do a little yoga, have a stick, have a lot of sticks. And I'm one of those people, man. I read something years ago about Vera Wayne. I was reading an article about him. He was talking about how he keeps his peace. And he was saying that he gets a massage every day.
Ooh.
So, one thing I do is I try to get a massage probably
about
2 or 3 times a week.
Where you get massages at?
There's a little spot in Lake City. Well, not Lake City. It's actually technically Webster. Off of NASA, I go over there.
Okay. The Asians be over there?
Yeah, the Asians, man. They be walking on my back and all that crazy stuff.
Swinging from the rafters.
Exactly. But yeah, man. We've been good. It's got a lot going on. I mean, it is what it is in real estate. And what I do, man, it's always something going on. If you don't got nothing going on, you ain't working hard enough, period.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. We're going to get into a little bit about real estate shortly.
Don't be some days, though. Don't you just want there not to be nothing going on real quick? Just one day. I just need one day where I could just be. Phone not ringing. No one's in a state of emergency. No one needs your help. Kids done broke, scraped the leg, and all kinds of other shit. We're just
maybe not as much going on, but my days have to be eventful. I sat in the hospital for like a month. Time, man, I ain't had nobody to talk to, so like, you get too much time to think, so you be like, I want something going on.
Yeah, that idle mind.
Yeah, idle mind ain't good. It gets let me say that idle mind is good, but for peace and clarity, but also can't be idle too long. It's a balance.
That's why I said one day. My work-life balance is big shit.
Couple hours.
And
big shit. Boo-boo. I don't know how people do it. Maybe you can shed some light on that. Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask. You two guys have been in business longer than me with what you have going on, and the stresses that you guys may have experienced. I'm just now realizing them and seeing, far as anxieties, of being a new entrepreneur, new business owner, developer, or something like that. So I'm trying to figure it out.
So, do you have a balance issue yet?
I don't
starting
let it
out,
overwhelm me.
I'm saying since you said you're kind of starting out, did you?
I still do the same things. I still do the same things to detach and relax that I've been doing. As far as the fishing and getting away, I make time for me.
There you go. That part.
Yeah.
How you do that? Can somebody tell me how you do that? I literally have to force myself to do a self-care day, or I probably will walk around with hairy legs and one unibrow.
See, I actually seen a post from you earlier in the week, something like that. You was like, I just want to
run away.
Yeah. And that's what made me. I say, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that, because I seen that post from you. I seen that post from a couple of other entrepreneurs down in the area, females, and somehow, some way, I was the one that people reached out to for words of comfort, right? And I'm the newbie on the block with all this.
Because you haven't been tainted. You still got fresh eyes.
Long way to
go. I'm seasoned from, we all know, the streets and dealing with BS and stuff like that. So I know how to keep the mind at least level,
Well, I would say this in business, man, it's that same thing. The only difference is sleep.
True.
You got the same level of stress as you. It's like you got, if you're on the street, you got people working up on you. If you're on the business, you got people working up on you. You got to micromanage them. You're dealing with different attitudes, different energies.
And that in itself is...
Yeah. The exact same. My thought process is, I always look at a lot of guys who are successful in the street. And I'm like, if you could only find a passion about something else, you'll be just as successful, man, because there's literally no
sales,
difference.
Basically. Right?
In a sense, like, there's no difference, man. You're doing the exact same thing, the exact same way. You're looking out for crooks and hooks, the exact same. The only difference is in business, you're looking out for crooks and hooks or people that's going to stress you out even more, because being in the streets, man, most people look at it like, okay, my life is online. But sometimes your life is not online, right? You're just dealing with the stress of trying to make it to survive life, period, right?
True.
But in business, man, you're looking at trying to survive and live life, period, on top of making sure ain't somebody screwing you over or fucking you out of the deal. Or if you are letting them fuck you in the deal, how are you still going to benefit on it? How do you make a bad situation a good situation? Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of different elements, man, that come to play in it. But I'll always say, man, don't, like you said, you find time and peace for yourself, but don't never let any of it overwhelm you where you can't be productive. You always got to be productive.
I feel like some people work better, not me, but I've noticed this. I have friends, it's more artistic, creative type people that are there in a state of pressure.
Yeah.
Like it's like they psych themselves out. They wait to the last minute,
That's
like
me.
because that's how they, thrive. And it's like
That's me.
it's so everyone
Definitely
here
me.
is
Yeah.
who I'm talking about unfortunately. But I'm saying some people, even though you try not to overwhelm yourself, some people respond to overwhelm different. Like some people, it makes them perform like
Yeah,
at a
I'm
higher
a
level.
performer under pressure. Yeah.
Some people fold like laundries.
Yeah.
So
A lot of them fall.
Fluff and fold at that.
here's a question. Both of y'all. Starting with you, Ms. Levy. With the radio station, you started doing something good and you started seeing it take off. All of that is good. You created a platform for independent artists of all umbrellas, right?
True.
Um, did it ever get to a point where the good started feeling bad to you? Like you started feeling nervous about it,
Yeah.
Like, why am I feeling like that I ain't doing nothing wrong? But,
Right.
people
Success
will
can,
attack you.
right. Success can make you uneasy at times. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're feeling like you're doing something that you're meant to do, or it's, you know what I'm saying? And it's like when it gets too easy or too, if I feel comfortable, I'm uncomfortable. You feel me? Like, I don't know. And someone was telling me this before when we were having a conversation on the show, but they were saying, like, how people strive to get to this level of comfortability, but I be uncomfortable. When I get too comfortable, I'm like, something's not being done. Something is being overlooked. Something is not, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel you.
That point right there
Yeah.
was, to me, that was an excellent answer because I sit, self-reflect, and self-check me, and that's an issue of mine.
Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. That's what I'm.
What do you think, sir? Sir Iceman?
I think it comes from always feeling the need to be a forward mover. Like you, like you said, you get uncomfortable being comfortable, right? It's like passion.
Okay.
It's like the term I'm looking for. I mean, in the hood we call it grind, right? Like,
Right, for sure.
How hard are you grinding? It's like where you need to be to get to where you want to get to, right? Mm-hmm. But how hard is your desire and your will to get there? So.
But it's like once you get there, it's what basically, essentially, like once you get there, and you're like, okay.
But there's always a level up.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what it is. I mean, we're human beings. We're never satisfied. Mm-hmm. We can always say, I think satisfaction comes with age and maturity, but also a lot of that comes from people who have just even like if you think parents or adults who will say, "Oh man, I'm good. I don't need to make no money. I'm retired." It comes with being comfortable and not thinking to yourself that you can achieve more. Sometimes, that comfortability. And I also know people that's my mom or 60, 50 who are still going as hard as they were when they were 20. They wish they had an extra 20 years to go even harder.
Right.
So, it just depends on you. What's your goal? What's your end goal?
Right.
What's your end goal? Once you hit it, what do you do next?
Exactly. I think at this point in my life, I feel like I have become very focused on the journey itself, and I don't know if it's because of my proclivity to have brushes with death that make me view it that way. It just makes me, or being in the military, you know what I'm saying? I don't know at what point in my life it became that, but, even just trying to be in relationships, you know what I'm saying? I like the dating part, but then when it get like redundant, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm over it. Like, you know what I mean?
Is that a form of post-traumatic?
Possibly. Post-traumatic dick syndrome.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But I'm sure there are some females that might have coined. I might have invented something on tonight.
Possible.
What does one call the trauma forced upon them by stigmatization? Look at you. Look, he ain't got nothing to say on that one.
Fifth.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the last vacation I I went on this time right now. I mean, a getaway. I need to do something, but I use it a lot to detach from some of everything, and then also still game plan and come up, strategize, right? But even doing vacation, sometimes you can feel like something's not getting done. Instead of enjoying yourself, you still feel stressed or delayed
I can
on
kind of
something.
speak on that. Man, I've been having a business since I was 16. I have worked on every vacation. There's no off days, bro.
Especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, there's no off days. That's like a
Urban myth.
Urban myth, right? Yeah,
Sorry,
that's what it is. No,
I feel like I was throwing words out
Good
there.
choice of words. It's an urban myth because
Alley-hoop.
imagine this, man. Imagine this. Imagine you Jeff Bezos. You think he on vacation and ain't got to answer the phone about something? Something. I don't care if he say don't call me. Somebody's gonna call him. You know, that's the false narrative that we have in our mind, especially with social media. It makes it even worse, man. Like you see all these people on vacation, but you gotta understand half of these people, man, they got a business, but they not about their business.
Just deleted my Facebook again, by the way, completely off the phone.
You know
why?
And
I just do it with Facebook. I mean, I just do it with Facebook. I've been since 2016, 17. I made it clear and verbal to a lot of people. Like, why you not on Facebook, or why you don't interact when you do open back up? For me, that particular platform, I see more drama than anything that's not beneficial.
Yeah.
To anything I got going on. It don't have to have nothing to do with me, but when you scroll up, you seeing everybody else's dramas, issues, and problems that they could put that energy elsewhere. Yeah. I see it mostly on that one. So if you do see me on there, I'm sharing the story.
Instagram, bro.
Yeah, you see me maybe sharing the story or doing more for promotional. But
there's algorithms to that. And I will say that. So, when you start having all those type of shit constantly on your feed, it's triggered by either conversations you've had with around your phone, conversations or posts you might have liked or videos you might have watched. And so it's, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to damn near shuffle a deck of cards. Like you have to shuffle it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, as a business owner, and for what you're doing right now, Facebook, social media is almost like the foundation. Like there's no escaping it. There's no way around it. It's like, basically like for me personally, I have a day. Wednesdays is my social media day where I go hard, you know what I mean? Like on promo, on sharing posts and interacting with my, people, answering messages. But on a daily basis, I, limit myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You gotta get every day until you get somebody that have social media face.
I'm talking about like how I go hard though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because it can be very taxing. It
It's
is. If you saw
my business to run.
I got 5 pages, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot. It's a lot to manage, and everyone wants to feel like they know you personally. Like that's like part of being, you know what I'm saying?
Interactive.
Exactly. Nigga never seen you before in life, and then when they see you in real life, it's like they never really met you, but they so much interactive with your social media that they act like
they know you.
Yes, and that shit is creepy. I mean,
it is weird. I had a freaking guy in the Galleria, dude. I was talking to him about something, about shoes or something. It was exact. He's like, "Yeah, man, I think I know you from Instagram." I'm like, "Man, I don't know you at all."
He said Instagram or otherwise.
But I can tell he was, I know he wasn't lying because he said one thing. He's like, "Yeah, man, you flip the house." I'm like, "Dude, I don't know you. We ain't got no mutual friends."
Right.
And I said, "I never seen your face before." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I be doing the same thing." And we connected. I mean, he wasn't a stalker or nothing like that. He was in the same business, but you never know. The good thing about social media, the better side is you never know.
It would dance it for you.
You never know who's watching. Even at any level. At any level, you never know who's watching.
I have to assume that everyone's watching at all times.
Yeah.
That's basically what I had to do.
Did you hear that?
Gummy? I heard you. I heard you. Well, I'll just enjoy this with myself.
Oh, you had yours?
Yeah, not to the moon, Alice. Not to the moon.
Not today?
Not beyond the moon.
I'll take you there.
Yeah.
I'll bring you back later. No, I wish.
I can't do that anymore. Oh no.
Why?
Paranoia.
You know, a lot of people say that, but you know, it's very strand specific.
Yeah, strand, yeah.
And I'm that's me. I have my shit broken down in the day, like different strand. You know, I suffer from things, so I need my.
You rolled that up pretty fucking fast, might I say.
She got those good papers.
Yeah,
those vegan.
I seen her pull the paper out, and next thing you know, it was.
I didn't even see her roll it.
I seen her pull the paper out, and next thing you know, it was lit. I was like,
I didn't see her roll it. She was doing some
girl magic.
I said
black girl magic. You childish.
I saw the green sit down when we sit down, and then
never seen the touch paper.
She showed me the papers, and next I saw was a roll joint.
Right. Yeah, damn.
I didn't know it was the real estate guy and the magician today.
Right. You ain't telling my pulling rabbits out of the hat.
Right. Miss David Blaine. Right. Everybody, let's get a hand of applause for Miss David Blaine.
Yeah. That's gonna be my sounds when I'm like, pew. No? Okay, we'll bring it back later. So what? I mean, I really want to know which flipping houses like. That's what you do essentially, right? Yeah. I want to know more about. I'm sorry, I know this.
No, you're good.
I'm nosy, really.
That's what he's here for.
Okay, that's why I'm good at this. Cause I'm nosy as fuck.
Well, that's what he's here for.
So, what you want to know? Shoot. What's your shot?
I want to know. Are you an official realtor? You went through that whole process. Let's talk about that. I mean,
okay, so let's break it down real quick, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna puff this cigar 2 times.
What kind of cigar is that?
This is LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
Yeah. Is it LaGuardia?
La Gianna.
La Gianna. I said it.
La Gianna. Okay.
La Gianna. Look, I gave you I forgot the name.
Look, it's okay. And what are you drinking also?
We are on Kenichi Rum XO. Double barrel.
New rum. Yeah. Not familiar, but it's pretty damn good.
Good, damn good.
Really?
Yeah.
It's slave rum, right?
No slave rum. No, that's the whiskey.
Oh, it's slave whiskey. My apologies.
Right. That's the whiskey. So,
the
rum could be. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, we never know.
It was during that century.
Most spirits, that's why they call it spirit, right? Those slaves.
We probably invented rum too. So.
God.
But no, on some real shit. I'm not a realtor.
Okay.
Shout out to all the realtors out there. I don't have anything with you guys, but industry separates us too. So I'm an investor. So I'm the guy that realtors come to when they can't sell a house on open market. If they can't, let's say the client wants $150,000, but the house is really only worth $100,000. Mm-hmm. That realtor needs to educate their seller. The house needs major repair. Mm-hmm. Can't list it on the market at this price to a normal buyer because it won't pass inspection. Mm-hmm. So your best bet is to go to an investor who will give you a fair price and also close and pay all closing costs. So, and what we do, I'm the guy who I don't do many deals with realtors, but I'm the guy who buys houses off market. Off market means just to answer the question, off market means it's not even on par. When you go looking for a house or apartment, you're looking on par, you're looking on Zillow. I buy those houses before they make it to hard Zillow. Okay. So, I've got a VA in the Philippines. We pull leads daily, 7 days a week. So my VAs, they're on there. I mean, leads don't really update on the weekend, but we're still calling those leads from Friday. So, when somebody's owes American Express $20,000, $10,000, or you owe Capital One $5,000, that tells me you're in a financial distress situation. So I'm gonna call you and see if you want to sell that house. The thing is,
Okay, so let's stop there for a second because I want to know. So, but it's not in a predatorial fashion, right?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No, you tell me no, I ain't calling you back.
Well, not because they tell you no, but I'm saying when you first hit them up, you're not like, I mean, are you approaching it like, oh, this person's in a fucked up situation? Here, let me try to, you know what I'm saying? Or is it like, ooh, what can I get, from this situation?
It's neither.
Okay.
It's, I approach you, basically how the conversation goes, okay, right? Mm-hmm. Say you're the seller. I'm calling, hey, my name is Joseph. I'm calling you about the house at such and such address, 123 Main Street. As I said, I was driving in the neighborhood and I saw the house. Got a house up the street. I'm curious if you're interested in selling your house. If not, it's fine. I'm sorry I called you. Have a wonderful and a blessed day. Mm-hmm. If so, let's talk. Takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to walk the property. I can make you an offer, a cash offer right on the spot, and I'll pay all closing costs and I'll buy the house as is. Now, at that point, it's to the person's discretion, the seller's discretion, if they want to show me their house or if they want me to make an offer over the phone without seeing it. If I'm gonna make you an offer over the phone without seeing it, I'm making you the lowest offer I can because I can't see it, so I gotta like go low, and that's maybe 5% of the time, so it's not very often. Most people let me come see a house, whether we work around their work schedule or whatever.
But do you base the value that you come up with once you're there and you're walking it? Do you base that value on the actual area, the the actual marketing? Oh, okay, so it's not like a personal this house worth around, but you be eyeballing.
I can buy a house that got a hole in the roof in a nice neighborhood for $400,000.
Okay, I got you. And then repair the fucking roof, and then
we'll get to that.
Okay, I'm a little ahead of myself.
I do drive-by appraisals.
Sometimes I want to walk the property. I want to see what it looks like on the inside.
Okay.
So typically, I do two things. I buy properties, fix them up, flip them, sell them. I also do what we call in the real estate game is wholesaling. Wholesaling is where I'm gonna try to make it as simple as possible. Let's say me and you agree on your house, right? On the price. Come see your house. I'll offer you $150,000 for it. But I know the house needs a lot of work. Say the foundation messed up, the kitchen needs updating. You got 1980 appliances. Look like the Brady Bunch on the inside, right? Looks like the Brady Bunch on the inside. Needs a new roof. You know, things that cost you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to fix, right?
Right.
So I'll make you an offer. Like I said, the house. Let's say we made an offer for $150,000. The house is worth. Fixed up is worth $300,000 though.
Okay.
I got to put $100,000 in it, so that means my profit is about $50,000, right?
Does that increase the value though?
Oh yeah, everything I do. So I'm making you an offer based upon the current condition. I'm buying it as is with no warranty, no nothing. Like I'm giving you cash and you can leave tomorrow. So I'll make you. I'm gonna start with wholesaling, right? So that's mainly what I do. So I'll make you an offer. Let's say the house is worth $300,000 fixed up. It's always an equation, right? It's all a numbers game. So I do 0.7, 300 times 0.7, because you got holding costs when you go get a loan on a house that needs repair. You got holding costs. You got money you got to put down. It's gonna take you time to sell it. Probably got to count for at least 60 days, right? So that's 2 mortgage payments I got to make on that loan before I even sold the house. So I got to count for that up front. So I make it times 0.7. Then I minus that $50,000 or $60,000 in repairs. Yeah. So let's say all in all, I came to that $150,000 number, right? So on that house, I'm gonna take that contract. I signed a contract with you for $150,000. I know I can sell this house to somebody who has the money, who's willing to pay $200,000 for it, right? It's worth $300,000. They got to put $50,000 in it, so they're gonna make $50,000 once they flip it, right? So I take that piece of paper. I sign that contract with you. I'm buying the house for you at $150,000. I'm taking it to an investor who has the money, selling that piece of paper to him for $200,000. You're gonna get your $150,000 out of the $200,000, and I'm gonna make the $50,000 difference.
Oh, okay.
And that's the way you get in real estate without no money. Because when I put the money down on that house to lock up that contract to make that contract official, I'm only putting down like anywhere from between $10 to $200.
That's the contract flipping
part of it. Yeah. And you get that money back, that $10 to $200 you put down, you get it back when you close. You get the 50, you get your 50,000 plus you get the little 200. Yeah.
So go ahead.
No. I was gonna say next part is I'll find the property and I'll buy it myself. If I think I'm gonna make more than, I ain't gonna say more. It's not, when it comes to that, it's not a numbers game. It's about more proximity. Where's that property at? If it's in the hood, if it's in my hood, where I grew up in Galveston, man, I'm buying it, bro. I'm not selling it to nobody else. I don't want no outsiders in our neighborhood, because that neighborhood becomes then where our people can't afford to stay there, or where we have other people come in, raise the prices of every time that house sell, another house sell for more money. Even if us people own our houses free and clear, our taxes go up. And most of our elderly people who do own our houses free and clear are on a fixed income, and they can't afford the taxes going up $5,000 a $10,000. Really, in Galveston, where we're from, man, them houses going up taxes are going. I mean, the house's value is going up $100,000.
It's
So your
crazy.
taxes
even
going
a
up
little small
$20,000 a
jump.
year.
Right, randomly.
Most of these
out the
people
blue.
make only $30,000 a year,
Mhm.
$36,000. So your taxes going up $20,000. Sorry,
No, you
the taxes going up $20,000 makes it where you can no longer afford just the taxes, or it inconveniences you in your lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? You can't afford to go at that rate. You can't afford shit your light bill, bro.
And how long you been doing this?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Let's talk about your first time.
When we come back, I think we should get into that. His first time, his first house, his first experience.
So let's do it. Break time.
Hey, cigars and
Cognac conversations, baby.
we'll be right back.